Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. I'm sure you know this story by now. It seems to be the most covered story on the planet. Hell, this information is so widespread that I'm pretty sure Bear Grylls knows about it by now, and I'm about 90% sure that he's living in an elephant carcass somewhere in the Sahara Desert. But to give you guys a quick refresher, Chris Rock made a joke at Jada Pinkett Smith's expense when he made fun of her bald head by calling her G.I. Jane. And you may think it seems like an overreaction, because in reality it kind of is. But then you read into it and you find out that Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia, which is an autoimmune disease that makes your body attack your hair follicles and a lot more. If you want to find out more about it, this is how it's spelled. Go on Wikipedia. Now, there's a lot of things I really want to say about this, but we can't move forward without watching the clip.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it.
That's the joke. He's making fun of her bald head, and then check this out. As you can see here, Will Smith is laughing. Jada obviously is not, and she has a right to be upset. Making fun of someone's disease is never okay. But what ensues here is absolutely bonkers.
I'm out here. Richard.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom! Oh my goodness.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
As much as I want to sit here and be a fake tough guy on the internet and talk about how much I would have done the same thing, I get it. I understand why Will Smith is so pissed. Was that a smart move? No. Did it get him anything? No. In fact, it almost got him kicked out from the Oscars. They asked him to leave, and you know what he said? No. And obviously, this is the Oscars, so there's so many camera angles that have come out from people's phones and stuff to let you know how devastating this actually was. I mean, just look at it. He had to take 11 steps to do that. You couldn't reconsider that in 11 steps, Mr. William. There are so many ways to slice this, and I'm sure that no matter what I say, a million people have already said it, because apparently this is the most covered news story in the history of anything ever, and I completely agree that violence is never the answer. And don't make fun of people with diseases like ever. And whatever other Disney Channel morals you want to get from this, go ahead. But instead, I want to discuss why I feel like this was so fucking insane. One of the craziest things to me was that this kind of incited a civil war on the internet. People were siding with Will or Chris like it was a side of history, when in reality, one multi-millionaire man slapped another multi-millionaire man in front of a bunch of multi-millionaires. Oh no, it was insane because in the 11 steps it took Will Smith to get up to Chris Rock, at no point did he think, wow, maybe this isn't the place for this. Like nobody stopped Will Smith from walking up and slapping Chris Rock? This is the Oscars, and there wasn't enough security to stop an assault? And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm some brave, crazy, tough guy. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm emotionally mature either. Just, why are you doing it at the Oscars, my mans? I guarantee every single person watching this video would probably not have tried that shit at the Oscars. That place probably has more security detail than a presidential address. There's more talent in that building than every ride on the Bang Bus combined. And what gets me is I understand it's a very immature thing for Chris Rock to do that, and he should completely not make fun of someone's autoimmune disease, because it's not funny. But bear with me here, violence is never the answer. And if you have to do violence, not at the Oscars, William. Another thing that completely struck me as absolutely insane is how Chris Rock just tanked that. He got rocked by possibly the most aesthetic slap in film history, and he brushed it off like nothing happened. Hell, he even made a joke after it. Obviously, what Chris Rock did wasn't okay in making fun of her, but boy, did he handle his L like a champ. That could have easily went from an 8 to an 11, but instead he brushed it off as a light joke. And in all honesty, that is assault. Not only captured in 4K, they got 8K, they got 16K on there. It's the Oscars. So Chris Rock was well in his right to press charges, but he didn't. So props to him there. My takeaway here, is to bring back dueling. If Will Smith walked on stage and slapped Chris Rock with a glove, and then they started dueling and fencing back and forth live on television, that would have been the most entertaining thing to ever happen in any Oscars ever. But a man can dream, and a man can also get away with assault. And although this was a very crazy, genuinely bananas thing that happened, that soured one of the most celebrated ceremonies ever, I think the most insane part to me personally is how the world reacted. Had it not been filmed, I would have thought after going on Twitter that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock's head clean off, when in reality it was kind of a love tap to the cheek. That, again, is aesthetic as all hell. I mean, look at those lines, boy. You could tell Will Smith is good at fighting, but even better at play fighting. I mean, there's some tweets I've seen that kind of make it sound like Will Smith walked up to Chris Rock, grabbed his head, jumped on his shoulders, and decapitated him like a Mortal Kombat fatality, when in reality it was a slap. Violent, yes. Bad, yes. But a slap. I mean, read this one. I know we're all still processing, but the way casual violence was normalized tonight by a collective national audience will have consequences that we can't even fathom in the moment. And as much as I want to agree, one of my favorite kind of people who came out of this is all the I'm still out of breath. Some of my favorite people that came out of this mess are the hypothetical tough guys on the internet that are like, yo, if I were Will Smith, I would have done the same thing. And to them I say, you're not Will Smith. I get that you are hypothetically tough. Let me give you a hypothetical Oscar. Regardless of everything, I do want to say that violence is never the answer. Unless you want to have a celebrity boxing match, then go ahead and do it, as long as all the proceeds go to charity. Don't ever make fun of something that people can't control. Alopecia is a pretty scary thing to go through. And last but not least, there is a time and a place for everything. And if 11 steps isn't enough to let you know that that time and place is wrong, then maybe sit further from the stage, me boy. Will Smith is suffering repercussions from this right now. They're already looking to possibly ban him from the ceremony. You can't just run up and assault somebody for saying something. That is not how the law works. And being caught in 14K, 15K, hell, 16K is not good for your career. Chris Rock said something he shouldn't have said, and he got slapped for it. I'm all for a celebrity boxing match. If they want to do that, I'll be sitting front row. Even if what Chris said was wrong, it doesn't really matter because Will Smith straight up walked up and assaulted him. Let's just be glad that this was a slap, huh? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is just such a ridiculous thing to watch unfold. And I'm still kind of processing what happened, which is what Chris Rock said when they asked him how he felt. Also, before I go, I was on EE's show, Do You Know, Don't Get Cancelled edition against Drumsy, and it was genuinely some of the most fun I've ever had, so I'm gonna link that right here. Go check it out. It was a great time, and I'm sure you're gonna laugh a lot, cause it was banger content. That's all I gotta say. Subscribe if you haven't. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.